Hi everyone, Valika Dyer here. You're looking at the group page, DMP Tips and Tricks. To the group members, if you know of anyone that's a photographer or an aspiring photographer and they are looking to uh, improve their photography skills or, enhance their photography, definitely invite them to the group so they'll be able to see what my tips and tricks that I'll be posting from time to time in the group. Wednesday I posted this image here, this editing tip. Do not use the eraser tool, use the layer mask. And I did promise a tutorial, so that's what I'm going to do for you guys right now. Let me bring up Photoshop. This is a composite image that I did of my mom about 2 years ago. This image was shot on green screen, believe it or not. Yes, it was shot on green screen. But let's get right to it. So here's the eraser tool. And over here is the layer mask. And let me see if I can explain this and break it down so you guys will be able to understand where I'm going with this. So typically, looking here, you can see that she was cropped out of the original image. I did, excuse me, I did some touching up to her skin. I made the image black and white, and I placed her on this background here, and I applied a layer mask to her. And you can apply a layer mask by clicking on this button right here. So if you have, for example, let's say I create a new layer and then I need a layer mask. I want a layer mask for this layer. I'll go ahead and click here, and then that creates the layer mask. So let me back out of what I did here. Okay, so I just showed you guys how to create a layer mask, and here we go. Another tip before I go forward, let me make this black and white. Okay, remember this. White reveals and black conceals. Again, I'm going to say that again. White reveals and black conceals. When you use your brush with the black reveal, okay, when you use the black brush and you paint on an image, it's going to, let me click on the layer mask and show you. Let me switch to the black brush, and you click or brush on the image, is going to remove what is there. Let me show you. My computer is acting up, but see, it's erasing what's there. So black conceals or black removes or black erases. Now I'm going to switch to white. So now I'm going to paint over this with white, and you're going to see it's going to bring back what I just erased with the black brush. So with the white brush, see, it's bringing that back. So the reason why I said do not use the eraser tool is because when you use the eraser tool, make sure you click, I'm going to click back on the image. When you use the eraser tool, and if you're trying to remove access of something or remove something in the image, like this right here. Come on, computer, wake up, wake up. So when you erase, by using the eraser tool and you begin to erase, if you make a mistake, the only way you can fix that mistake is by undoing, either using Control Z or edit and undo eraser. Okay, I'm going to undo that again. I use a lot of shortcuts. I know a lot of the keyboard shortcuts, so you'll hear me from time to time saying Control Z to undo or Control S to save as I go along. And you can also undo by coming here or save by coming to File and going to Save. Okay, so with the eraser tool, with Photoshop, it's only so long before you will not be able to undo what you did. And for me, to be on the safe side, I prefer to use the layer mask, because if I'm removing something with the black brush and I make a mistake, if I'm moving excess stuff with the brush and I make a mistake, I can switch back to the white brush and paint back over that mistake I made, and it'll bring back the mistake that I made. And then I can then just go back and do what I was doing. So I prefer to use the layer mask versus the eraser tool. Hope that helps.